City police have put two who've been dubbed as hamburglers behind bars.
Yeah, the two are accused of taking hundreds of pounds of food from a community center.
Wait, wait a minute. You mean to tell me two grown men out here stealing 300 pounds of hamburger meat? Not cash, not jewelry, not even gas. Meat. Frozen meat. I can't make this up, y'all. Let's talk about it. What's up, family? Welcome back to Insider Scoop, where we break down the wildest, craziest, and sometimes just plain dumb stories that somehow make the news. Now, if you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, smash the like, share this video, and drop your city and state in the comments because I want to know if y'all ever heard of something this ridiculous going down near you. All right, let's get into this hamburger heist. So, this story comes straight out of Randolph County, Indiana, where two men, Juan Anguiano and Justin Flint, were arrested for allegedly stealing over 300 pounds of hamburger meat from a local health center freezer. Yeah, a health center, as in a place that gives food to families in need. Now listen, if you're gonna steal something, why you stealing from the people who already helping others? That's a whole different level of love. Y'all be honest. What's the dumbest crime you've ever heard of? Because this gotta be in the top 10. Who wakes up one day like, you know what? You know what I want to do today? 300 pounds of ground beef. So here's how they got caught. The Randolph County Sheriff's Office said the meat disappeared from the community freezer earlier that month. I think it was in like the beginning of October. So people at the health center showed up one morning like, wait, why is half the freezer empty? So they checked the security cameras, and guess who they saw? Two dudes rolling up like it was a Mission Impossible barbecue edition. They loaded bags of hamburger into a truck and dipped. But here's where it gets even dumber. Police say when they went to the suspect's house, they found the meat right there in the freezer, still labeled, still wrapped. These fools didn't even try to hide it. Okay, y'all, if y'all gonna commit a crime, at least try to cover it up, right? Would you really keep the stolen evidence sitting in your house like it's leftovers? Let's go into the news clip.
It is a discouraging because, well, there's people that's hungry and we can't feed them.
Two men are accused of taking 315 pounds of hamburger and sausage, 36 hot dogs, and several packs of bacon, loaves of bread, and pies. Union City Public Safety Director Mark Ader says one of them identified through surveillance.
So the sheriff straight up called this one of the most deeply misguided crimes he's ever seen. And I believe him. Police said not only was the meat stolen from a community pantry, but the suspects were actually known by the police there. So they didn't even steal from strangers. They stole from people who knew them. Like, bro, you robbed your own food plug. Would you say something if somebody you knew did something this dumb, or would you mind your business and just watch the show unfold? Because I might have snitched on this one. That's too embarrassing to be associated with. Let's get back into the clip.
Video captured at the community center. That suspect then told officers about the second suspect's involvement.
They took over $2,000 worth of meat. That's a lot of meat. It looked like an operation.
So both of them, Anguiano and Flint, they are facing felony theft and burglary charges. And because it happened at a nonprofit organization, that makes it even worse legally. Officials say they stole meat that was worth about $1,500. Now look, $1,500 worth of meat might sound like a lot, but when you split it between the two people, that's still 150 pounds each. What are you even doing with that? You opening a backyard burger stand, hosting a cookout for the whole country? So, serious question. If y'all suddenly had 300 pounds of ground beef in your freezer, what would you even do with that? Because I can't even fit 2 packs in mine without rearranging the whole thing.
They had already planned out.
Ader says both of the men arrested admitted to the break-in. He says at least one of them told officers he had traded some of the stolen food for drugs.
It disappointed all of us here, and we got to somehow come up with some food to feed these people because that's what we're for.
Oh my God, y'all, that is so sad. Because imagine the amount of people that they have to use that food to feed, and now they can't even do it, and then they gotta figure that out. That is sad. And now the local community, they are big mad, and rightfully so, because this help center, it feeds hundreds of families every month. Volunteers say that they've left a big gap in their freezer supply and couldn't even and it could have hurt families who rely on those meals. That's not just stealing meat, that's stealing from people who are hungry. Do y'all think crimes like this should get jail time, or should they have to work at the food pantry to make up for it? Because I kind of feel like community service would humble them real quick. Let me know what your thoughts are. Now, so far, police haven't said why they did it, but honestly, what reason could make sense? Were they hungry? Were they trying to resell it? Or were they just plain stupid? Which we heard the reason why they did it. And it's a stupid reason. Because if you're stealing 300 pounds of anything that's premeditated, that's not a crime of opportunity, there's a plan going wrong. Y'all know, y'all already know social media went crazy with this one. One comment said, not them risking prison time for a grill out. Another person joked and said they weren't robbing, they were meal prepping for 2026. And then somebody else said this gotta be the most Indiana crime I've ever heard of. The memes were undefeated. You know they are always undefeated with those memes. People started making fake flyers that said cookout canceled, meat confiscated by the police. Now, you know, y'all wrong for that. So, it's some people out there making light of it, making fun of it, because it is a crazy type of crime story when you think about it. Then you have some people said, one person said, this what y'all want us to do anyways. It's so sad. We got more laughing emojis. One person said the music is on point. Somebody said food high as F. And they talking about taking food stamps, baby. They just getting started. People about to start stealing everything, and the government know it. Then we have the Trailer Park Boys in Ohio, beef bandits over here. Can't be mad at them. Donald Trump making us like this. They weren't messing around. Wow. So as you can see, social media had their own perspective and their own thoughts and humor behind that situation. But honestly, when y'all see crazy crimes like this online, do y'all laugh first or shake your head? Because I do both. I'm just keeping it real. Now here's my thing, y'all. I get that times are hard. Groceries are expensive, food prices are up, and people are struggling out here. But come on now, there is a difference between struggling and straight up stealing from the people that's helping you. You don't rob the food pantry. That's like robbing Santa and then asking for a gift later. If you're that desperate, go ask for help. Don't make it harder for the next person who actually need it. What would your advice be to people making dumb decisions out of desperation? So yeah, that's the story. 2 men arrested for stealing over 300 pounds of hamburger meat from a help center freezer. They thought they were being slick. but now they're facing felony charges and probably the most embarrassing headline of the year. If you think they need to spend a few weekends working at the food pantry, hit that like button. If you think they should have a grill for charity have to grill for charity as punishment, drop an emoji in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on all notifications because I got more stories like this coming every week. The wild, the funny, and the ones that make you go, why, Lord, why? This is Inside a Scoop, and I'll catch y'all next time. Stay smart, stay grateful, and remember, if you can't afford it, don't steal 300 pounds of it.